Hey friends! Before we start the show today, we want to give a quick shout out to a few members of our Patreon familia.
That's right! We want to send a big hola to our amiga Olivia, her mama Rebecca, her papa Matt, and her tres gatos, Sassafras, Fiona, and Neptune. Hola amigos! Olivia, you have so many gatos! You actually remind me of myself when I was a younger girl. I've loved gatos for my whole life. When I was your age, I had dos gatos, one named Prickles and one named Wishes, and they were the sweetest gatos ever. I bet your gatos are really sweet too, and I hope you're giving them lots of abrazos or hugs and besos or kisses. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful listener of our show and for all of your love and support.
We'd also like to give a shout out to our amigo Rafael, his mama Karina, his papa Danny, and his perro Peanut. Hola amigos! Rafael, I heard that you love to listen to the Eat Your Spanish songs over and over. That's so wonderful. You must be such an amazing singer. And you know what else is neat? We live in Florida too, just like you. And it's so special to know that your abuelo y abuela are from Cuba and that your papa is from Puerto Rico. How amazing is that? You and your familia are part of such a beautiful and vibrant culture, and we're so happy to be here to share in our love of Spanish with you. Muchas gracias for being such a beautiful and amazing listener, and please give Peanut un abrazo fuerte from us.
Thanks again to everyone in our Patreon familia. If you want to receive additional Eat Your Spanish learning materials, such as free downloads of our songs, learning worksheets, and activities, you can find them on our Patreon at www.patreon.com/eatyourspanish, or just click on the link in the podcast description. 100% of what we receive via Patreon goes towards keeping Eat Your Spanish on the air, so we really appreciate your support. Now on with the show!
Hello friends!
Hola amigos,
How are you?
¿cómo están?
I'm so happy
Estoy feliz
to be with you.
a estar contigo.
Are you hungry
Tienen hambre
to sing and play?
a cantar y jugar,
'Cause on our menu
porque en el menú
is Spanish today. Everybody sing!
Eat your Spanish, eat your Spanish, eat your Spanish with us today.
Did you say spinach? No, I said Spanish. Okay.
Eat your Spanish with us today. Eat your Spanish!
With Evan.
And Vanessa.
Hello friends!
Hola amigos, and welcome to our first episode of our Spanish Summer Song Series for the year 2024. In this episode, we're going to introduce a special Spanish song to you, tell you a story about why it's special to us, and then translate the words to English for you so that you can understand them.
That's right! Vanessa and I created a special playlist on Spotify and on Apple Music, and you can find a link to today's song and all of the others on our Spanish Summer Song Series playlist in the episode description. Today's canción is from one of our favorite artists. We've shared several of his songs before, but he keeps making really beautiful songs, so we have to share them.
Yeah, he really is so special. We love him so much. For this week's canción, we would like to introduce you to a song called Milanesa al pan by Juan Waters. Milanesa al pan is a really beautiful canción that talks about two people who love each other very much but live far apart. I wonder if any of you amigos listening have people who you love very much that live far away from you. I know that feeling very well. It can be really hard to have a piece of your heart so far away from you sometimes.
Yeah, that's really true, Ness. I love how this song captures how special it feels to see someone you love after they've been away for a while. It's a really beautiful feeling.
That's a good point, Evan. I also love the way this song connects special foods and traditions to the beautiful feeling of sharing moments with people you love. I bet a lot of you amigos can relate to that. But before we go any further, let's listen to this special Spanish canción. Then I'll tell you what the words mean in English, and then we can listen one more time after that.
Sounds good. Listo, amigos? Are you ready, friends? We're happy to share with you one of our favorite songs, Milanesa al pan by Juan Waters.
Yo he estado encerrado aquí todo este tiempo. Mañana ya viene en un camión desde lejos y vamos a compartir un momento.
Estoy yendo hacia él. Él me está esperando a mí.
Vamos a salir a caminar, andar por la playa y mirar el mar. Ir hasta el faro a ver qué pasa por ahí, mirar a los lobos. Y si nos da hambre, algo de comer, una milanesa al pan. Estuvo visitando y se volvió. Ahora estoy pensando en ella, me tocará a mí ir a visitarla y voy.
Está viniendo él, viniendo hacia mí.
Vamos a salir a caminar, andar por la playa y mirar el mar. Ir hasta el faro a ver qué pasa por ahí, mirar a los lobos. Y si nos da hambre, algo de comer, una torta frita.
Wow, that song is so beautiful. Vanessa, do you think you can help us understand what the words mean?
I would love to. The first words in the song sound like this. Hace un tiempo ella vino a visitarme. Yo he estado encerrado aquí todo ese tiempo. Mañana ella viene en un camión desde lejos y vamos a compartir un momento. And in English, that means, it's been a while since she came to visit me. I've been locked up here all this time. Tomorrow she comes on a truck from far away, and we'll share a special moment. Then you hear Zoe Gattuso singing, Estoy yendo hacia él, él me está esperando a mí, which means, I'm walking towards him, he's been waiting for me. Then we hear Juan Waters' voice come back in with, Vamos a salir a caminar, andar por la playa y mirar el mar. Ir hasta el faro a ver qué pasa por ahí, mirar a los lobos. Y si nos da hambre, algo de comer, una milanesa al pan. And in English this means, let's go for a walk on the beach and look out at the sea. Then go to the lighthouse and see what's going on over there and look out at the sea lions. And if we get hungry, we'll get something to eat, like a milanesa al pan. I'm going to pause here really quick halfway through the song because I bet a lot of you are wondering, what is a milanesa al pan? Well, amigos, milanesa al pan is a sandwich with fried meat and veggies and sometimes queso or cheese that is a common Uruguayan street food. And in case you didn't know, Uruguay or Uruguay is a South American country that borders Argentina, and that's where Juan Waters is from. Okay, amigos, our food break is over. Time for the second half of the song. The next part sounds like this. Hace un tiempo se volvió, estuvo visitando y se volvió. Ahora estoy pensando en ella. Me tocará a mí ir a visitarla y voy. Which in English means, a while ago she came back. She was visiting and then she came back. Now I'm thinking about her. It will be my turn to go visit her, and I will go. Then we hear Zoe Gattuso's voice come in again with the words, Está viniendo él, viniendo hacia mí, which in English means, he's coming towards me. And then the chorus of the song comes in again, but with one little difference at the end, and it sounds like this. Vamos a salir a caminar, andar por la playa y mirar el mar, ir hasta el faro a ver qué pasa por allí, mirar a los lobos. Y si nos da hambre, algo de comer, una torta frita, which means, let's go for a walk on the beach and look out at the sea, then go to the lighthouse to see what's going on there, then look out at the sea lions, and if we get hungry, something to eat, una torta frita. And that's the whole song. I bet you probably noticed that in the second chorus of the song, instead of talking about una milanesa al pan, he talks about a different type of food called una torta frita. The torta frita is an Uruguayan fried sweetbread. I've never tasted it before, but I've seen pictures of it and it looks super yummy. I just love the way this Uruguayan comfort food is such a special part of the moments the people in the song share together. I think almost everyone I know has special memories that involve food, and usually the food reminds them of places they love too. It just makes those memories even more cozy.
Yeah, that's really true, Vanessa. Do you have any favorite cozy foods that remind you of Ecuador?
That's a really good question. Probably locro de papa. It's a really special potato soup from Ecuador. It always reminds me of my Gramsy and her special home when I eat it. What about you, Ev?
I think mine is a soup too, actually. I really love matzo ball soup. My mom made it on special occasions a lot when I was little, and now I get to make it for you and Milo.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one. I'm so happy that Milo gets to share in the magic of our special cozy foods too. I wonder what our listeners' special foods are.
Yeah, me too. Amigos, would you like to write us and share your special cozy foods with us? That would be so neat to hear about.
Yeah, amigos, we'd really love to know. Well, friends, how about we listen to Milanesa al pan one more time now that we know what all the words mean in English? Does that sound good to you all?
All right, here we go. This is Milanesa al pan by Juan Waters.
Yo he estado encerrado aquí todo este tiempo. Mañana ya viene en un camión desde lejos y vamos a compartir un momento.
Estoy yendo hacia él. Él me está esperando a mí.
Vamos a salir a caminar, andar por la playa y mirar el mar, ir hasta el faro a ver qué pasa por ahí, mirar a los lobos. Y si nos da hambre, algo de comer, una milanesa al pan. Estuvo visitando y se volvió. Ahora estoy pensando en ella. Me tocará a mí ir a visitarla y voy.
Está viniendo él, viniendo hacia mí.
Vamos a salir a caminar, andar por la playa y mirar el mar, ir hasta el faro a ver qué pasa por ahí, mirar a los lobos. Y si nos da hambre, algo de comer. ¡Una torta frita!
That was wonderful, amigos. Thanks again for listening to the song Milanesa al pan with us. Now that we've learned so much about our special canción, that can only mean one thing. Time for two of our very special amigos to take over the last part of the show to answer one of our listeners' special questions.
Take it away, you two.
Sure thing, Evan. Drum roll, please. Today's special listener is Zeno. Zeno, ¿cuál es tu pregunta?
Hi, Evan and Vanessa. My name is Zeno, and I was wondering how you say skateboard in Spanish.
¡Qué buena pregunta, Zeno!
Yeah, great question, Zeno. You know, back in the day, I used to skateboard a little bit.
No way!
You better believe it, my little raton amigo. This old lady used to tear it up on the half-pipe, but I definitely always made sure I was safe before I'd head out. I'd sit down and put on my helmet, my knee pads, my shin guards, my elbow protectors, my wrist braces, my shoulder pads, and of course my trusty old trunk shield. And then I'd head out to the skate park with all the other elefantes, and we'd have all sorts of fun. My favorite trick to do was called a 1080 variable hamster wheel trunk slapper. Whew, that's a real mouthful. The way I would do this is I would go down a big hill so I could gather some good speed. And then I'd go off a ramp, up into the air, spin around 6 times like a hamster wheel, and then I'd land on my trunk with the skateboard underneath. All of the elephants used to cheer me on whenever I landed this trick. Although a few times I snagged the landing and ended up falling on my rear end.
Wow, Mrs. E, I had no idea. Do you think you could teach me how to skateboard sometime?
Why, of course, Mr. Mouse. I'd love that. Although you gotta make sure to wear all your protective gear first, since skateboarding can be a bit of a dangerous sport.
Yeah, that makes sense. How about this? Before you teach me to skateboard, can you teach me and everyone else how to say skateboard in Spanish?
Oh, I almost plumb forgot. Yeah, that's a great idea, Mr. Mouse. To say the skateboard in Spanish, we say la patineta. Repeat it after me, amigos. La patineta.
La patineta.
La patineta.
La patineta.
Great work, amigos.
Yeah, nice one, amigos. And thanks for the great question, Zeno.
Yeah, Zeno. We hope you have lots of fun on your patineta, and just remember to always be safe and wear your protective gear. Well, I reckon we're pretty much done for today, Mr. Mouse.
I think you're right, Mrs. Elephant. Do you want to sing the goodbye song together?
I would love that. Hope y'all will sing along with us.
Adios, mi buen amigo.
Goodbye, my good friend.
Hasta luego.
See you later.
See you later, my good friend.
Adios, amigos. Goodbye, friends.
Hasta luego. See you later.
Thanks for listening to the Eat Your Spanish podcast. You can support our podcast by visiting patreon.com/eatyourspanish or by subscribing to it and leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at eatyourspanishpodcast.com. Thanks for listening. Adios!